Greetings. Welcome to episode 2 of my new series titled St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, Need an International Airport to serve the three southwestern parishes of Jamaica. Today's topic is where in St. Elizabeth should the government put the new international airport? The four main points for discussions are 1. It is time for the government to give serious considerations to the infrastructure developments in the southwest of Jamaica. And 2. The three southwestern parishes are a quarter of Jamaica's land mass and 20% of the country's population. It should not be left behind. Number 3. Where in St. Elizabeth should the government put a new international airport? And 4. What happened to the airport that was started in Black River in the 1970s? The Southwestern taxpayers' money has helped with infrastructure developments on the other regions of Jamaica. Now, the other regions' tax dollars are needed to help with infrastructure developments in the southwest of Jamaica. The money that the government used to do the much needed investments in the other three regions of Jamaica is being paid for by all Jamaica. Hence, all the regions of Jamaica should reap the benefits, including the southwest of Jamaica. One can understand that the correct thing to do was to do the infrastructural developments first on the north coast and then on the southeast of the country, as those areas were already popular and could bring in the returns quicker. However, as the infrastructure projects in the other three regions of Jamaica starts to come to the closing stages in 2023-2024 fiscal year, plans needed to be on the way for the southwestern quarter of Jamaica to receive its share of investment starting in 2024-2025 fiscal year. The three southwestern parishes are just over a quarter of the size of Jamaica and has almost 20% of the country's population. Certainly, the government would not want to leave that much of Jamaica behind the other regions in terms of infrastructure developments. The government had mentioned securing the airstrip near Holland Bamboo and trying to lease or buy the adjacent lands. However, with the size of St. Elizabeth, I'm sure there are other sites available in the parish that can be utilized for an airport should that one in Holland falls through. In the 1970s and 1980s, while I was still in Jamaica, I always hear about an airstrip at a place called Taxpayers, I think. This is where the illegal ganja trade used to take place, with planes flying in from Miami and other cities in the USA, etc., to do their illegal trade in the cannabis industry back then. I remember seeing the body of a young police officer in the early 1980s or probably late 1970s being brought to the Black River police station on the back of a truck. He was hit by one of the cannabis plane as the plane was taken off. Anyways, there are a few airstrips around St. Elizabeth, some of which are probably unofficial airstrips. Maybe there are one that can be utilized for an airport. Also, under a previous administration, the MP for Southwestern Elizabeth for 1972 to 1980 had planned to build an international airport in Black River. It was to be built like the airport in Montego Bay, if my memory serves me right. The airport in Black River had actually started in the 1970s, with almost 2 miles of land being dumped. The 2 miles being dumped must have been for the airport runway. I was about 11 years old at the time, hence I may not have had all the information correctly. But I can remember clearly the huge operations that went on for months. The airport was to be built on the Crane Road, which is just over the bridge south of Black River Town Center. The dumping started opposite the Black River Safari Beach Club, now demolished. I understand that the beach club was demolished with intentions of building a new and better beach club until politics got in the way. Anyways, the dumping started opposite the beach club, then continued up to Crane Corner, where the triangular island is, almost 2 miles in length. That is the area of land that was dumped on the Crane Road for the airport in Black River. It seems like every type of truck in the parish of St. Elizabeth was involved in the Crane Road airport dumping. It lasted for several weeks, probably months, and it was non-stop throughout the day. They had men with red and green flags directing the trucks around Market Street and over the bridge, then to the dump site. Due to the number of trucks that were involved and crossing each other on the road, the amount of marl being dumped on that stretch of land must have been in the thousands of truckload. I'm not sure why the plans for the Crane Road Airport in Black River was abandoned. However, if the government should choose to put the airport there, as it's already government land, being on the edge of the Black River Maras, there's another mile of almost vacant land just past Crane Corner that could be incorporated within the airport. That could be extended, that could extend the runway to accommodate a 4,000 meter, which is 2.5 miles runway for the international airport. The land is wider as well, up by the Crane Corner end of the runway. Hence, it would be more appropriate to put the airport buildings towards that end of the runway, should the government decided to revisit the plans to put the airport in Black River. A small part of the land that was dumped is now occupied. Hence, the government would of course need to compensate those people, etc. Please let me know what you think about the airport in Black River, St. Elizabeth, and where you think the airport should be located within the parish. Thanks for watching this video. To support this channel, please share and subscribe and leave your comments below. God bless you. God bless our Prime Minister. God bless the Jamaican Parliament. And God bless Jamaica. Until my next video, peace.